And here we
and
are.
then silence.
There's dead air.
Everybody
loves it.
Clap to appease the audio gods.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm taking off. Still to run. I'm taking off. Still to run. I'm taking off. Still to run. I was trying to drift into space. All I feel is cold. All I want is the power of the night.
Welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. I'm your Loremaster, Jeff, and with me tonight are some of the coolest people I know. Jayme.
Hello.
Ash.
Not cool.
Oh
Don't fucking burn yourself.
no! He's not cool. He's hot.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes, there we go. Yes. We fixed it, everybody.
And AJ.
I'm a little guy.
Wow.
And my heart pumping electricity with a tiny microphone.
AJ, that's why your room's all red. Because you're in a heart. It all makes sense now.
Yep.
Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. And last but certainly not least, Kristy.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. So here we are. Last thing, I listened back to the episode. As far as I know, the very last thing was that Hatima came to the door breathing heavily, and she was like, "Is everybody okay? We had this thing with this virus and this cloud and all this shit." So, and then she was like, "Yeah, you might want to get to your quarters and hunker down. We're still trying to plot a course. Does anybody want to recommend a particular direction? Or is she still in evasion mode? She seems to be deferring to you all for the course."
For the course of where to go? Like, as far, we're headed to Devericar, right?
Yeah, we don't want to go.
That was her original destination, but she's happy to go somewhere else if you want. And of course, she encourages you to go to your quarters if you want to discuss or whatever. Privately, she's going to head back to the bridge.
Okie doke. We're in Gale's room at the moment, right? Or did we leave Gale's room to go somewhere?
Oh, you ended up in Gale's room? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she knocks on the pad, the keypad, and says, "Hey, is everybody doing all right?"
I'm sleepy and hungry.
I just got a secure call from an unknown number. I figured I'd see who it was. Grace suggested that Alecto answer this one.
I'm on it.
Okay. Do you get dressed up or anything?
Wait, it's just a call, right? Is it like a video call or?
It's however you want to do it. You can do it on the bridge if you want to look fancy. You can do it in the room if you don't care about the backdrop, you know.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Do you want Hatima to come in? She's just outside.
Sure, yeah, I'm just rude to leave someone standing out in the hallway anyway.
Okay, she's like, all right. She taps her wrist. She's like, Gemis, maintain evasion pattern, beta 1260. I'm gonna be in here in Gale's quarters. We're getting the call there. Transfer all command functions to this office, or to this chamber. And the door closes, and all of a sudden, boop, big screen appears on the wall. Holographically projected, of course. Gale, what does your holographic TV look like? What's the setting?
What's the setting like as the background of the?
Like, is it like a mirror? Is it just like a thin border? Is it like look like it's made of wood? You know, is it? What's
Oh,
your
the TV.
style?
I imagine a flat, big old circle. Maybe some fancy trim to make it kind of look like a picture frame or a mirror frame.
Of Andashar.
Yeah.
It's just him like those. What are those things called? They're like caryatids. They're like giants that stand next to columns,
Mhm.
Yep.
and they like stretch their arms up, and some you could see their junk, and there's 4 of them around the frame.
And Gale remembers this and just starts like frantically switching to trying to. She's trying so hard to change the screensaver backdrop.
Okay, boom! It goes back to default ship setting. It's very tasteful.
Yes.
And and it is Lagos the Enchanter. He appears on screen. He's wearing a fancy new robe. It's white with thick gray cuffs and lapels with gold stitching down the chest and arms in intricate patterns. He has a new bronze tattoo on the right side of his bald head, similar in shape to what he's holding. It's a bronze object that looks like a dinosaur/bear with articulated limbs and head, sort of hollow like an erector set type of thing. And he looks up and nods solemnly and says, Alecto,
Howdy.
is this line secure?
Sure.
Is everybody standing out of frame, or are they like, do they peek in and wave? Like, what's the deal there?
I feel like Gale was going to peek in and wave, and then she heard the guy ask if it was a secure line, and she thought better.
But don't make a liar out of me. Do that all on my own. Don't need help.
Hatima kind of waves, like, and points if you want a private room, she can arrange it. And you say no, I guess. So,
I shrug.
good. Is everyone all right?
I believe so, yes.
Good deal. Well, no more casualties on our end. Prosamaya's doing better. Lady Ashai turns out to be a gifted surgeon. But please, tell me about this ship. What do you think about its captain?
Well, I have a history with this captain, so I think she's pretty neat. And smells nice. I don't know if that's hopeful, but that's what I think.
He smiles genially and says, "Well, I'd like to rendezvous with you when it's convenient. We have a lot to discuss."
Okay. Well, I will talk it over with the captain and the crew, and we'll figure something out, I guess.
Good. Is Gale there?
Not currently. I make a point not to look in Gale's direction.
Okay. He says, "Well, let her know that this is the information that we've gathered. The Emperor is creating something extremely huge, some sort of space station, and he's calling it the Infinity Ring. His agents have had dealings with known weapons smugglers connected to both the Pamite Legion and the Children of Slain. The Viceroy was right about their recent attacks being a smokescreen for something else. This must be it. And Prosamaya has confirmed our conjecture, saying that his wife became fixated on a new project only 3 weeks before she left him 6 months ago, before she vanished off the face of the far net." Seeing no response, he continues, "We suspect the following collaborators. The Emperor, obviously, Marshal of Thermopylae. House Terusian, I'd give a 40% chance. The Serpentine Shroud, almost definitely. Possibly the Antares 1 group or Central Science. There's one other seat up for grabs, I'm certain of it. The Golden General, that's what y'all call the senator, advises we pursue that final seat and cement our alliance with the Emperor. Once inside, we can demolish it entirely.
Alecto looks like she's trying to keep track of all this. Very seriously nodding, even though it's like right over her head. I hope that everyone else in the room is overhearing this, can figure it out. And I just, okay. Let's do it.
Excellent. Transferring the codes now. Got it. Rendezvous coordinates received. We'll see you there. Comet Seeker out.
Alecto out.
The screen goes blank.
It goes back to Ondashar.
Just stretched out around this mirror.
Okay, I have to share something. A friend of mine, his cousin, went to a secondhand shop and found a painting, a handmade painting that is a boudoir photo of Skeletor.
That's amazing.
And now I'm just quickly looking up Boudoir Skeletor. That's just going to be one real quick search.
That's your episode title right there.
Boudoir
Skeletor.
Skeletor. I'm doing it too.
Shit. Oh,
Hey, this
shit.
is a
We
good
gotta-
Google search.
I need to read a couple of comments into the record in our chat.
Oh, no.
Who's AL?
Oh, that's me. That's a little guy.
Yes. Vampire lawyer, vampire doctor. What can't this vampire do? Infinite job. And Jayme, crunch loudly off screen. Should we be writing this down?
I've got a pencil!
Okay. So that's it. The call goes away.
Yeah, that was my favorite also, Ash. I loved that one. So that one's going to be the episode art, right?
Skeletor, boudoir.
I mean, I have it here if anyone wants to.
Yes. How
Yes.
can we not?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's amazing. I want
That's
that.
wonderful.
Sublime.
Just prominently display it behind me in my office.
What a job for the print shop.
So Hatima looks at all of you like eyes wide, just mind blown. She clearly was not read in on this oak leaf shit. And she's just like stunned AF.
Yeah, there's been a lot. So much happened before we even got close to the Emperor.
Well, I'd love to hear about it. Maybe over dinner.
Okay.
Would you like some alone time? She looks at Alecto like she's the boss.
Okay.
All right, I'll be on the bridge if you need me. Grace can take care of
Okay.
you. And she steps out and gives you a little look and a hair flip kind of thing as she goes out.
Alecto's skin turns a bright pink.
Are you all right, Alecto? You look a little flushed.
I'm okay.
It is a natural reaction. Don't worry.
Happens to the best of us, I've heard.
Yeah.
However, Alecto, you may wish to follow Hatima.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Keep an eye on her. I don't trust her. I don't know who
Yeah.
that was. Keziah's inner monologue?
That was Jeff.
It's accurate.
So Alecto goes bobbing up the corridor towards the lift to the bridge.
Skippity skip.
Yeah, this ship is sort of shaped like a corkscrew so people can go up ramps, and then every so often there's a lift up, and the bridge is at the farthest tip of the spear. So they're going up to the bridge. Do you guys say anything on your way to the lift?
Oh no.
AJ's disrupted the chat again.
You said tip. I had to go.
Tip of the spear, not the same thing as the head of a shaft.
Just the tip. Wait, so are we going to a lift? Is it the
No,
three
no,
of
no,
us? Okay, just Ash.
Just Alecto and Hatima.
Okay.
Like, are you companionable silence, or are you chatting about anything?
I think Alecto would kind of be looking at her feet and shifting uncomfortably and clearing her throat a lot. And, playing with her hair, that kind of thing. Being very coy.
Hatima just, like, squeezes your upper arm and gives you a, like, you should try to relax look. And, gently leads you along. You doing okay?
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of hours. I don't know. This is all happening really fast. Things are happening fast, and I'm having trouble keeping up.
I know you were trained for this kind of action, but has it been scary?
No, I don't think scary. It's just a lot to take in emotionally, and the drugs. The drugs are wearing off. Getting a little loopy.
Oh, well, Grace can top you off if you feel unstable.
It's okay. I'll get through it.
Yes, you always had meditation to see you through.
Yeah, I was pretty crappy at meditation. Always though, to be honest.
Well, someone I know got out of that simulation very easily. I saw the health timeline. Your levels were quite stable most of that period.
I did spend 6 months, I don't know how long, inside a machine, and I had to meditate to not go insane. So that's something, I guess.
6 months.
I don't know how long it was. I was in a, medically induced coma. So could have been a couple of days. I don't remember. It really messed with my brain.
Oh, honey.
I saw the cosmos, so that's something.
Well, I'm glad you made it. Oh, here's the lift. So that scene is over. Let's go back to the rest of yous. What you have to say for yourselves?
So the one thing that I heard was weapons smugglers, and that sounds eerily close to the work I used to maybe a little bit do. So, or at least the people I used to make things for. So, that is a little bit concerning that the Emperor is working with them. Or I don't know if it's the same people, but it still feels weird.
Understandable.
And sometimes people who work in weapon smuggling are pretty cool, though. It's...
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes they're perfectly fine people.
If I remember correctly, Crunch was recently outed for taking part in illegal weapon shipments or something.
What? No. I mean, I may have dabbled a little.
Sorry, I'm not there.
Gee. Why am I being confronted with the fact that Crunch was once cool?
It happens to all of us. Sorry, I'm not here.
No, canonically, that was Grace.
She's just doing bits now.
Yeah.
From here on out, can Grace talk like a really heavy smoker?
Oh, of course, honey. That's fine.
Mike Wazowski. Yeah.
I would say that I think it would have been better if Hatima hadn't been in the room, but I feel like Grace would have told her anyway.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. That probably would have happened for sure.
You see the blue courtesy light appear on the intercom near the door. That tells you that Grace heard her name and is willing to talk if you want, but she's not recording your voices or anything like that. Just to set you at ease.
Thank you, Grace.
Recording has stopped.
And no thank you.
I mean, it's her ship. She probably would have found out one way or the other. She probably, even without Grace, she probably has like cameras or something in here.
Very likely.
The light doubles in speed. It's flashing. Doubles flashing.
Sorry, Grace. It's all right. Go back to bed.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I heard my name a second time, and I just wanted to remind everyone that this is a secure vessel, and I will not be recording any of your voices or actions at any time unless specified by the captain, and then only in the case of an emergency or a suspected case of insurrection or imminent danger to the crew. Thank you. That is all. Beep.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry. I was supposed to do that with the cigarette smoker's voice.
Take two.
Listen, I'm not recording any of this if you're wondering.
It seems like you got a little bit of the paranoia.
No offense, but I wouldn't exactly want to revisit these memories down the lane. You know what I'm saying? You're not that interesting. Get over yourselves.
In fact, I can inject a gas that will make you forget this ever happened.
For some reason, like, you guys were like, the secretary from Monsters Inc. I keep thinking of Buster Poindexter.
Yeah.
Or what is, I forget his real name from New York Dolls. But yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has a real name?
Yeah.
No. They actually change it every time you play a new character.
Yeah.
David Johansen of the New York Dolls.
There you go.
Apologies, Grace. I did not mean to trigger your anxiety.
Thank you, Keziah. You're very sweet. I await your pleasure. Bing bong.
Jeff, real quick clarification. The Oakleaf everything, like Lagos, Lagos is involved with Oakleaf, and Oakleaf would have known about the prison escape.
Oh, you mean that you just did?
Yeah.
That's probably why they went looking for you.
Okay. Alrighty.
They must have gotten the transponder code of the ship that they thought might have picked you up and then called them. Their AI had plotted like the most likely ship that you would be on, and so they were sort of on a rendezvous course with that area. So it just so happened that it takes a few hours instead of a few days to get to you.
Alrighty. Yeah, no, that... I just needed to make sure I didn't need to be cagey about the fact that they did not at all bring up the fact that I had been an escaped convict.
Oh, you didn't want Hatima to know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Hatima already knows.
Yeah, it's pretty much out of the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, it was your damn fault for pretending that Alecto was on that call by herself.
It was my own dumb fault, wasn't it?
It was your phone and everything. Now you're liable or accountable or what's the word? Implacatable? You guys know what word I'm trying to think of, right?
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Fingerable.
I mean that too, but not what you're looking for.
Digital. Man, no, I won't finish it.
No.
We do get it.
No.
We do get it. We do. I promise.
All right.
So,
do you want me to time jump ahead, or do you have more role playing you'd like to do?
We can time jump ahead. It's
we
fine.
can probably time jump. I can't think of anything else to say in this moment.
Okay, so does everybody get some shut eye for 4 hours? What else would you like to do? There's the gym.
Sweet
of
makeouts.
course. Makeouts? Yeah, you could try to find someone to make out with. Go back in the sim.
Well, no, Hatima, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long lost girlfriend. Hello.
She's on a very important date.
Okay. So, how did you broach that subject?
Just lean across and give her a smooch.
Nice. So you're on the bridge.
Like smooth.
So the navigator is like out of focus behind them, and then the focus rack shifts, you know, and they're giving the thumbs up with a big smile, and then they go back to their piloting. So you smooch, you go off to the ready room.
Ready room.
And whatever goes down is your business.
Whatever goes down.
Or comes up.
Goodness. So we'll cut over to who's next? Who wants to describe how their next 4 hours goes?
We're all making out now. No.
Shit got weird.
I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to picture Keziah making out, and it's not happening.
Very precise.
You see Crunch with his back turned and he's making out with someone, but then it turns out he's just doing that thing where you wrap your arms around yourself and put the hands on your own back. And he's like, I bet that's what they're up to. I'm just going to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep. Because I've been in a dreamscape for about 12 hours.
And Keziah?
Yeah. She'll go rest or sleep or...
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, actually, she didn't sleep when they were in the, like, cargo place.
Mhm.
She just, like, jammed herself full of cocaine or whatever. So she,
Yeah. So
she
about
needs
time
to
for
go
another round
sleep.
of cocaine.
She's like, guys, I have so many good ideas. Sit down and listen. So everybody wakes up a little bit earlier than they were expecting. So what does it look like as you pop up? Are you in jammies? Are you still wearing what you had on the day before? How's your hair look? What's going on? Alecto, we know your situation.
I'm doing a walk of shame. I'm wearing the same clothes I had yesterday. I'm like, yeah, the hair's all messed up, carrying my shoes.
It's the full nighty situation. She's got the long ass nightgown. She's got the like silk cap that like
yes.
kind of goes up and flops down.
Hell yeah. Well, how's Crunch doing it?
Have you ever seen A Christmas Carol?
All
That's
right,
exactly how I
nice.
would picture Crunch's nighttime pajama situation.
He's even walking around like with a candle holder.
Maybe it makes a holographic candle appear over it.
That's so cool. I love it. Yeah, you would totally have a holographic candle.
Slippers, obviously.
Yeah.
Ground's cold. Except on this ship, the floor can even be heated if you want. So it's very nice. And last, Keziah.
Well, Keziah doesn't really have hair to get messed up. So I guess her like wires and stuff would just not be tied up, which kind of makes her look like Predator, I guess.
Hell yeah.
She takes off her cable organizer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tightening Velcro tie downs.
Mhm. And then
Very cool.
instead of her uniform, I guess she just has on scrubs because she's Keziah and that's boring.
Perfect. Okay. Yes, y'all get into your normal uniforms and you meet up on the bridge. And Hatima says, "We're just coming into real space. It might be a good view. We're detecting a comet." And you come out of hyperspace. It feels like kind of weird. Your pants are off, but then they're on again, but backwards. But your ears feel too long, and then you're asleep. But now you're awake. And you thought you were standing on the opposite side of the group, but now you're on the other side. And boom, there's a comet in front of you. And I learned this a little while ago, but apparently comets spit out stuff going forward rather than behind them like you would think. I don't know how it works, but that's what's coming right at you. And you're like going into it. It's like hurricane sort of funnel of little white rocks. There is so much happening on the chat, you guys. So Ash says Alecto should have been wearing Hatima's t-shirt.
Who said she wasn't?
What is eject in reference to?
That was in reference to when we were all talking about making out.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I said real space. You thought we were in fake space? And Jayme, big deal. I can do that.
Well, you were talking about how cool the comet was because it can spit out of where it's
Yeah.
headed to instead of where it's going.
Yeah, it spit out some cool white rocks in front of it. And
Yeah.
I can do that.
We can also do this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so yeah, y'all get to the bridge and you're standing in this cool group and yeah. And she looks a little alarmed and her navigator says, "Nothing to worry about, Captain. It's an image generator. I've got the specs right here." And she throws up a little holograph sphere of like the specs that the Comet Seeker sent over. And sure enough, you go through the plume of ice and it doesn't bounce off the ship or hit the shields or anything. And then you're inside this like enormous space that looks like it's like a field of flowers with like the sun peeking through the grass, and like just everywhere you look, it's this like enclosed paradise. And then the Comet Seeker's sort of blunt toad-like shape floating there, white and silver and green, awaiting your arrival. And you see all these little emitters on its hard points that must be part of the system that generates the hologram. Hatima says, clear the noise, and Jayme does so, and the flowers and grass and stuff goes away, and you can see the normal space outside it. And all you see is just like the odd sort of crack of a blue, like ice-like vein, like inside a glacier that fades in and out. And Hatima contacts the Comet Seeker. Lagos shows up on the view screen. Welcome, friends. Shall we extend our tubes?
No.
Hatima laughs. Of course. What are we having for dinner? Lagos smiles and nods his head. He tilts his hand so everyone can see his sparkly engagement ring. Hatima chuckles and says, "We're in position. See you in the airlock, counselor." Hatima waves to Jayme to lock it down, and they do. Or she does, and yeah.
I'm very confused by that exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was there purposeful subtext going on there, or was I just was that all in my mind?
Are you asking me out of character or
Yeah.
like to the captain? Oh, okay. Let's have a roll for it.
I'm assuming we're all confused, so we can all roll.
Yeah.
Kristy, you read my mind. Everybody roll.
Yeah.
Insight. It's a shadow roll.
Also, I was muted, so I just want it noted very quickly that when he asked if they should extend the tubes, I very quickly responded, only if you never refer to it like that again.
Keziah has a 14.
Crunch has a 16.
Alecto has a 12.
That'll be a 17 for Gale.
Okay. Jayme and Gale, you're positive they're friendly acquaintances or old friends. They're clearly goofing with one another.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Alecto and Keziah, you're not sure. Could be anything.
That tracks, Keziah not picking up on somebody being a friend.
Alecto was too busy gazing at Hatima's eyes.
Hatima waves to the corridor, and there's a window turns into a view screen of the port side of the ship, extending tubes and then meeting with the other ship's extendo tubes. I know those things have a name. It's like gangplanks, but you know, umbilicals, yeah. So there's two of those, and yeah, you can send all kinds of cargo and people across that way. So next we cut over to the airlock, and you're just outside of the Comet Seeker, and Lagos is there with a couple of guards, and he holds out his arms to get a hug, and Hatima sighs and hugs him. And then he says, "What a shame. You've already been introduced to our dear good friends. Alecto, has Captain Delic treated you to her finest delicacies?"
Yeah.
Hatima snorts. "Come along, let's get you all settled. We took the liberty of customizing your quarters. Captain Delic, will you be staying with Miss Alecto? Hatima looks at Alecto, eyebrows raised.
Alecto just nods rapidly.
Ah, wonderful. Please take my quarters. Captain's prerogative. And so he hands you his key card, and you all head into the corridor. And you see all 12 of his crew are lining the hallway at, like, parade rest. And as you go by, they dip their heads or reach out to shake your hands.
Give high fives.
Nice.
Fist pumps all around. Fist bump.
Everybody's into it. And at the end of the line is Artist, who offers a hug to whoever is in the lead.
Keziah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would have been Alecto or Gale, but we were busy giving high fives and fist bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's funnier, I believe, is the deal in
Yeah.
this situation.
She gives him like the stiffest, most awkward, uncomfortable, like pat on the back kind of hug.
Nice.
Like
They reciprocate as casually as possible. And
I was
then,
going to say Christian side hug, but that was even more awkward.
this was like grannies that don't like each other.
yeah.
Great work, everybody. Only one casualty. That's pretty good for an operation like this. You should be proud.
Wait, who died?
It's like blank look of horror on all our faces.
What was it?
Shauna from the Comet Seeker.
Oh. I thought maybe we had accidentally killed the real Hatima.
Whose body is this?
Oh no, Grace is a ghost and she's stuck in the ship.
Not to nitpick, but technically that's a fatality. A casualty is an injury. Actually, I should say that as Keziah. Technically, that's a fatality. A casualty is an injury. You
Keziah-
should know that.
Keziah, the original reply guy up in here.
Thank you, Keziah. I'll take that under advisement. Alecto and Artist leads you off to a little room just off the side or around the corner or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keziah just hears in her little earpiece, got him.
Oh yeah, let's say you four are connected with your ear mic
Okie doke.
things. But you decide if your friends can hear.
Okay.
Let's see. There was a service for Sergeant Shauna. Let us know if you'd like to watch it on your comms. And then you continue on, and Galatea the Poised is there, the DJ from that death party on the Stoneflower Island. She's looking tough and sexy as hell. She's got a big pile of red and black hair, white eyebrows against brown skin, lots of cleavage, a black dress flowing with tons of black lace and taffeta, and thigh-high, strappy red pleather boots. She looks everyone up and down as if assessing them for their abilities, both personal and professional. She doesn't say anything. She just, looks at you.
Crunch is kind of like holding a hand up over half of his face, hoping not to be recognized from the prior robot massacre that he had nothing to do with.
You just head for the coffee machine.
Yeah. Oh boy. A little parched.
Lady Ashai just hoves into view and completely eclipses Galatea's charisma. She's wearing a long red form-fitting sequined gown, and she surveys all of you. Wonderful to see you all. You look well. She finds you, Gale. My goodness, Gale, you look good enough to eat. Have you been working out?
No, and also how many jobs do you have? You were my lawyer for a second, and then you were a doctor. What are you? How many?
I've been around a little while. You pick up a few things.
When you're immortal, you could have as many doctorates or degrees as you like, I suppose.
Okay, but also Doctor, that I feel like Doctor Vampire, Hippocratic Oath, that feels very contradictory. You definitely do some harm.
We should just be thankful that she wasn't a doctor back in the time where they thought pus was a good thing.
Oh.
That
What?
hurt my brain to hear.
Keziah,
Yes, thank you for saving Prosamaya.
it was my pleasure. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Sergeant Shauna. She was an able Marine.
I am fairly certain there was definitely not enough time to save her.
Well, we shall celebrate her tonight at our Feast of Champions. That's what I call dinner.
Oh, I thought we were
what a
just gonna have
vampire
lot of
is Feast of
alcohol.
Champions.
Yes.
You know, like, are you going to be feasting on the champions? Because
Yeah, no, you did just say I was good. I looked good enough to eat. I am a little bit concerned now.
Technically, we let Shauna die, so we're not really champions, if you think about it.
I mean, we got out the only way we could because we weren't getting out anyway other than that big old gate.
Alecto, you seem taller somehow. Have you become the leader of this ragtag band?
oh god, I hope not.
She gives you a lecherous leer. Still working those curves, I see. I like the contrast, hard and soft.
You just see Gale crossing her fingers, praying someone will take the lead from her.
Alecto turns, it starts turning that pink blushy color when there's arousal happening, and then like starts turning a weird green color.
Oh, shit. It's like Spumoni ice cream over here.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
uncomfortable now.
And then she turns on the ambassador at the coffee machine. Ambassador, where did such an ill-tempered serpent come by its scales, I wonder? I didn't know you had it in you.
Oh, well, I have a few tricks left.
She whispers in your ear so nobody else can hear. Listen up. That wunderkind of yours grew up to be an even bigger fool than you. How am I supposed to trust someone who's such a piss-poor judge of character? Honestly, if you don't find Peter and convince him to recant, there's nothing I nor anyone can do for you. The Oakleaf Society doesn't need any washed-up old freeloaders with the entire logosphere on their heels. I suppose the Olmond Foundation could find you a nice, quiet research asteroid to disappear to. Get a robot nurse to change your diapers and wipe your backside. There isn't much nightlife on research asteroids, but at least every law enforcement agency in the Conclave won't be passing through every 60 days.
So Crutch gives more and more, his face pales at this lengthy, outrageous series of statements, especially concerning poor Petey. And he just kind of glares at Lady Ashai. And he says, well, why don't you just tell me what you really think?
If you want to save your friend, you have but one option. Me. She bares her fangs. Surrender all your assets to Olmond. Sign a document giving me power of attorney over your affairs, and I'll tell you where he is and who's holding him. She smiles, and don't try to tell anyone I said this. It will only hurt you, and none of us want that. She pats your cheek and then speaks loudly enough for the others to hear. Remarkable, simply amazing. She bows her head like in respect and whispers, your freedom, Peter's life, perhaps a governorship over the colony. No barrier can stand against us if we stand united. And she hands you a card and sachets away, laughing prettily as if you'd made the most delightful jest. Ash has a really good bit in the chat here. You want to read that for us?
Lawyer, check. Doctor, check. Diplomat, nope. And then Jayme said, big time jerk. Yup.
She's so mean.
That was really mean.
That's the meanest anyone's ever been to me.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
That was so out of left field.
You know, I really liked her too.
Oh.
Who would like to go next?
Who wants to get roasted by a vampire next?
Just like, hi. You listen and you listen well.
You are a worm.
That just means she likes you.
I'm not sure it works that way.
That's what my mom always told me when the girls were being bullies to me.
Keziah doesn't know how any of it works.
No. Maybe she learned how to be a psychiatrist in the time when they thought people thought, or in the time people thought pus was a good thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so lawyer, doctor, psychiatrist.
Mm-hmm. Crunch. Do you need help figuring out the coffee machine?
Yes.
It's a fucking Keurig. What?
Crunch, do you need me to punch the coffee machine?
I'd appreciate that.
Is the coffee machine a person?
The coffee machine was really mean to me just now.
Galatea holds up her hand and steps over. If I could just get a cup before you punch anything.
I'm not going to punch anything.
She makes a full-on espresso with the steam wand and everything. Finally, she fucks off.
So is Lady Ashai out of earshot?
Yeah, you hear a door swish and she's out of there.
Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whisper to Keziah. I'm gonna be like, Lady Ashai is super mean. I'll tell you more later, but don't trust her.
I have never trusted her. She's a vampire.
You see a bone card in his hand. Bone color, like a off-white kind of.
I was hoping it was shaped like a little dog bone.
Yeah.
I imagine like a cartoon bone on a regular business card.
One of those dog treat looking ass things.
Yeah. What is that?
She gave me this after being really scary and mean and threatening me like a lot, and also putting me down and saying mean things about PT and wanting me. Oh, here, just look. I hand it over. Well, no, wait, hang on there. I'm sly about handing it over. I'm not just like, here, because obviously eyes are everywhere on this ship.
Okay, so Keziah, you get it. Do you read it here, or do you wait till you're somewhere hidden?
We can walk somewhere that's a little less public than right in front of the coffee machine.
Nice. There's what looks like a Japanese paper screen with like cool art on it, but is actually a silence field.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a private conversation nook. There's one of those, you step down into it, with the like love seat and ottomans and things. It's like a swingers pad.
Oh my god.
Anyway, you're in
AJ.
there. God damn it, AJ's doing bits in the chat.
So good.
I'm over here doing business. Come on now.
I'm sorry.
It was too perfect to pass up.
AJ, would you like to share your comedy with the rest of the class?
The card. The card just has a boudoir photo of Skeletor on it.
Thus the bone card.
Yes.
Oh no. Except human skeletons don't have a bone there, so he
Oh.
rigged it up with like rat gut, and he can like make it go erect when he pulls a little string.
You're going way too far. Skeletor has a skeleton face and like a normal fleshy body.
Yeah.
I'm over here making tasteful Skeletor content.
Now, Jeff, if you had said something like he's got a lot of meat on them bones or something, we'd have been there for it. No.
Oh, I forget that he has a fully human-shaped human
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
We just spent so much time looking at his form.
I thought he was just all skeleton under there with like
No.
tasteful tailoring or something.
I literally just shared an uncomfortable amount of Skeletor with you, not 15 minutes ago.
I'm gonna need to see this again.
No, because I already regret the first time. I don't want to make this like a repeat offense.
Oh, it's okay. I'll send it in chat. Don't worry.
Okay, so it's a boring, ordinary, rectangular, bone-colored card, and on it is printed in the most elegant, lovely calligraphy: Ashai de Belanderie, Marquess of Valjard, my quarters, 0300, come alone, ready to deal. And the period is a drop of blood.
Did Crunch explain what this means, or does he just show it to Keziah?
All he's done is give you the card, right?
We've gone over to like the business card privacy screen area. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I go ahead and I fill you in and about all the mean details and her trying to get me to turn Peter over and all that.
So Peter is alive.
I would assume so. I mean, I received one phone call from him and it was cut off most upsettingly, but apparently he's still out there.
When did you receive this phone call?
Recently, I forget the exact. Crunch says it. He knows.
A previous episode. Check the last time on. They usually fold in a few from those previous episodes.
Yeah.
I was telling Jayme before the show today that it's been at most 3 days since since season 5 began.
Yeah.
When we met Gale and Alecto. It's been such a short time. So for these two characters, it was like 10 minutes or maybe a day.
Okay. So after the whole dream sequence thing?
No, it was one of the messages that packed up on his phone while he was in Communicado, right? Once you got out of the jamming region.
Yeah. Wasn't it after we got out of the hotel area and we were on the lam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So theoretically, that phone call could have come before or after his unfortunate situation, whatever it may be.
Yes. It's by no means proof of life or anything, but I can only assume since people are still trying to go after him, he's still alive. I could hope.
Well, she at least seems to believe he's alive, so let's go with that. That's good news.
Yes.
Why does she think you are a bad person?
Well, there are unfortunately several reasons she could think that. but I'm not, of course. Just, done savory things in my past and all. A long time ago,
I'm gonna
it's
need
best
a
not to dwell.
deception check from this expert diplomat to keep from tipping to Keziah that he has some skeletons. Because he's really downplaying it.
Okay, so that'd be Shadow.
This is fire. Deception is fire.
Okay, so that's 10. I only rolled a 3.
You should have a few ranks.
I do have 2 ranks.
Okay, so plus 4.
Yeah. So 17 total on deception.
Okay, and for Keziah, what would this be? Detect lie, which is a light skill. Or insight if it's better. And it's more about vibes.
Her sorry, excuse me. Her light is 12 and her insight is shadow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shadow is 9. So we'll go with light. And I rolled a 6, so that is an 18.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah.
This motherfucker's lying through his teeth.
Crunch, you're a diplomat.
Yes.
With as long as you've been at this, undoubtedly you've done things that you are perhaps not the most proud of. This is something I understand and do not begrudge you for. What is the most likely reason that she is currently calling you a bad person? If you don't share this, I won't be able to help you very well.
Okay. So out of character real quick. So Jeff, with this, so Crunch would know this, right?
Well, I think we talked about that you, in the course of your work,
Yeah.
quote unquote, you would have committed a few crimes in the purpose of
Right.
serving your master, whoever that might or might not be.
Yeah.
You're just a simple tailor, but yeah. But why should she care? You think it's just because she has leverage on you, not that it's some moral judgment.
So I'm going to still kind of like skirting around most of the details. Crunch says, well, there was one incident in particular. There's some light weapons smuggling. I may have been involved in a catastrophic double cross that was not my fault, but left me with very few friends. Which is one of the reasons I sought, out maybe a not so populated area at one time. But that is definitely, let's just say it wouldn't be good for the other reputation if that got out there.
Did Keziah learn the year of Gale's mishap?
Oh, that wasn't long ago. That was like a year, maybe.
Oh, okay.
10 months. Yeah, not long ago.
Okay.
And just based on like the timeline from what you know of Crunch, like his things would have been more like 30 years ago, unless it was something he got up to on the Veracon.
Not a lot of conclave crimes there on Podunk colony that no one goes to.
Gotcha. I don't see why this would be any reason for any of us to not help you. It's something that happened, I'm assuming, long ago. He's nodding like that.
Yes, in my younger, wilder days.
I cannot make assumptions for the rest of us, though. Is this something you would be willing to share with Gale and Alecto?
Oh, I mean, I suppose it's all rather embarrassing. You know.
Why is it embarrassing?
Well, let's just say that I don't exactly come off as a very skilled individual throughout it all, and, you know, I'm afraid they might, you know, think less of me if they knew.
If they knew that you were involved in weapons smuggling, or if they knew that you made a mistake.
If they knew that I totally biffed it. Oh, it was awful.
Let's cut over to Gale. Gale, Maja is jittering inside you, and finally he can't stop, and he just says, "Gale, they're plotting against you."
Who is?
Keziah and Ebenezer Crunch.
We just had a whole, like, touching moment, me and Keziah did. I feel like she's not conspiring. Why would she be conspiring against me?
Alecto, you notice Gale is getting kind of weird and twitchy. Whatever she was doing, she's stopped doing for now.
And also, I don't think Crunch could conspire against me or anyone.
Alecto will just kind of mosey over to try to eavesdrop, but, you know, isn't very
To this telepathic
skilled.
conversation? Or do you mean
telepathic.
the privacy screen?
I wasn't paying attention, and there's a telepathic. I'm just watching Gale. I'm just staring intently at Gale's face.
Cool. Galatea stands over next to you and does that thing where they lean down and try to look at what you're looking at. And it's Gale looking like she's reckoning with something.
Like, do you have evidence? What are they like? Do you know what they're talking about? What are you trying to get at, Maja?
Body language. I've been around a long time. I know the signs. What about these two?
What two? What?
Alecto. You notice Alecto and Galatea looking over at you.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Just
Just checking in.
I think all right. How about you?
I'm doing swell. Thank you for asking.
Did you enjoy your night?
Yes.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to do right now. Where did Crunch and Keziah go?
Alecto, this is the most blatant, like, misdirect. Clearly, Gale is was already wondering where they went. But now she's trying to, like, pretend it just happened.
They're over yonder having a private moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just. I don't know. Zoning out.
Okay. Well, let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you.
All right, I'll let you know. Thank you.
There's a big sign on it.
Flashing neon sign.
It's a big
Okay.
frowny face.
Tell the listener what's happening, Jayme.
See, I'm there in the betrayal nook.
With the magic Bluetooth, Is that only like word thoughts? It can also be like
wasn't that for telepathic communication between you and Gale, or was this like a walkie-talkie between the four of you?
No, it's between me and Gale.
Yeah.
So is it only word thoughts, or can it be like image thoughts as well?
I don't think it would communicate images. I mean, we can go back and see if it's ever communicated an image, but I don't think I've used it for images thus far.
No, but I like the idea. Like, Keziah doesn't know how it works, so she's pushing its limits.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to send Boudoir photos of Skeletor.
No, it's the new Rickroll. Telepathic boudoir shots.
Well, she, not knowing at all what Gale's going through right now, she's going to concentrate really hard on this business card message and try to show Gale what she's seeing, because she promised Gale before that she would let Gale know if there was something going on that endangered one of the crew.
Gale, your head's full of blue, and then this white business happens in the front, and then there's some words, and you feel some tension, and it's coming from Keziah. Something about the words on this card. Lady Ashai, written in her handwriting. It says, Ashai de Bellanderie, Marquess of Valjard. Written on the back, it says, my quarters, 0300, come alone, ready to deal. And then your head hurts, because that was too much information all at once.
Ooh. Alecto, is there an ibuprofen or something nearby?
Sure, there's some in the coffee room. I'll go check.
Magic devices can transmit through the privacy screen.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, sorry to interrupt. Go on.
No, let's go get you something for your head.
God, yeah, please. Ow. Where? I'm gonna have to talk to her later.
How's your head, Gale?
Haven't had any complaints yet. I mean, well, that was a bad attempt at making an Elvira joke, but my oh god, head hurts. Head hurts real bad. Ooh.
Galatea is like, I'm bored, so I'm gonna go, but if any of you want me, just call me on the intercom. Bye then.
Bye, okie dokie.
She dips out, and the lights get all dim and weird, like right after she leaves, and the ship kind of shudders a tiny bit, and the privacy screen flickers, and everything feels a little strange. But then it goes more or less back to normal. We cut ahead to 0300. Does Crunch go to Ashai's quarters?
Oof.
If need be, we can cut back to... Yeah.
I mean, I definitely do. I don't know if I'm ready to deal. I mean, the card says I should deal. I don't know if I want to deal, but yeah, I will attend this meeting. But I do let everyone know like where I'm going.
Are
As
they
I'm
like
specifically
crouched around the corner, Scooby-Doo style?
as cartoonishly as possible. Yeah, like their heads are stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keziah would have tried to convince Crunch that, like, we wouldn't be, like, ashamed of him for having made a mistake 30 years ago. Like, so don't make fun of him.
I wasn't even born yet.
Where's Gale on that?
I feel like Gale is in Keziah's quarters, like, with her, trying to, one, parse whatever the hell was transmitted into my brain, and two, just try to, like, whatever help can be provided from my end.
He didn't tell me a lot.
So next time we'll start with that meeting, and then we can if we need to go back and be like, this is what you prepared, if you prepared anything.
Yeah. And at some point, I would like to tell everyone what Crunch got up to that sent him hiding out. Yeah.
It was a wild night in the 80s.
So the camera cuts over to this creepy facility. It's like a cross between an asylum and a prison. Some of the doors are open, some are shut and locked. Some are clean and some are like scorched or rusty. And at the lowest level, it's like super rusty, as if it was flooded at one point. And then it goes down another level, and we see Peter Hemdor inside this closed chamber with flooded water out front of the window, and he's eating out of a little tray, and he just looks all sad. And he's wearing a red jumpsuit, and there's a white breathing mask on the table.
Petey!
Oh my god, that was great.
Yay.
Who's got some likes for me?
Skeletor Boudoir?
Skeletor Boudoir is a hit.
Skeletor Boudoir.
I like the cute little scene with Alecto and Hatima.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. And
Also
wearing Hatima's t-shirt. Sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Hatima's t-shirt also. Also the group decision to just not be anywhere fucking near that phone call.
Pretending it wasn't a party line. Group call. You basically just redid that scene from Larry Sanders, except in that one he could hear them laughing. So he started to figure it out. Anything else?
I appreciated Keziah coming over to the Betrayal Nook and trying to help me out. I also liked the Alecto moving forward with the old relationship there. That was cool seeing that happen. And I don't know, I'm kind of excited to share more of Crunch's backstory here. Although, again, apparently we've known each other for 3 days. It kind of feels like a year and a half, 2 years.
Go figure.
Yeah. Somehow.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's got to be more than like 3 days.
Yeah, we've known each
I
other
feel
for
like
weeks.
it's been about a week or so.
I mean, how long was
At
it? How long
least.
was Alecto in the machine?
About, I guess it was about 5 days.
Mm-hmm. And we knew Crunch before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you on the planet? Maybe a day or two?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess maybe a week.
And also, like, I feel like the white spider stuff, didn't that last, like, at least more than 12 hours?
Mhm.
Where you were chasing him down to the asteroid and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, call it a week. The week of celebrations is almost over, so it's about to be Remembrance Day, and which is theoretically the point of this whole Stoneflower Island inaugural event, and that'll be where this season ends, probably. Or maybe even we'll have to go another season, the way you guys move.
We all are so... We don't know what's going on. We don't know where we're going. We just pick a direction and say, fuck it.
Yeah.
I wrote a ton of exposition just in case y'all got stuck. But you guys did a really good job of sort of maintaining the momentum and pacing and getting in those touching scenes.
God bless.
Oh, I liked the Lady Ashai heel turn. Wasn't
Yeah.
expecting
Yeah.
that.
That was wild.
That was brutal. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I was upset. I made me upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even on the receiving end of it. It was upsetting.
I thought it was interesting that you only told Keziah. I thought you'd immediately blubber it to everyone.
Well, I think Keziah kind of approached me first. And I was like, I think Crunch is very much concerned about someone eavesdropping. So probably because don't tell anyone about the nefarious deeds, and then you immediately gather everyone around you. It's a little obvious.
That does seem very Crunch, though.
Yeah.
Hey, don't tell
You
anyone
guys
about these deeds. Gather round the fire, children. Let me tell you a tale.
A tale of my deeds.
Misdeeds, even.
Grandpa.
I'm leaning on the shipwide intercom. So, get this.
There's a skeleton man.
But it's only his face.
Right. He still has a butt. It's kind of weird.
And a really
He needs-
buff body.
No pulley systems. Let me make that 100% clear.
Oh my god.
Wishes for next time.
For Crunch to be okay.
Yes, for Crunch to be okay, first off.
Yes.
I don't know if that's on the table.
Oh, no.
Vampire Crunch?
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Blah.
Would you believe me if I told you that I messaged Jayme before the show to see if he would be comfortable with one line of travel, and he was like, I'm not sure about that one, so this is what he got instead.
Yeah. I like how this one turned out. This is pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah.
I want to see what the anxiety disorder of Maja is up to.
Yeah, that was pretty...
Because that was a pretty
Upsetting,
big heel
too.
turn of hey,
Yeah.
we just had this real touching moment with everyone, and now we're gonna worry that they're mad at you.
Mhm. They're just pretending to be nice to you, Gale. They said your hair looked great. They didn't mean it.
But it always looks good.
No, you should go check to see if something's in it.
What? No, everything. It feels fine. I don't know what.
Aren't you in my body? You should know this.
I mean, can you get it out? You're in me.
Ash, how do people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Blue Sky as Dr. Mod, Doktormod. And that's pretty much it. I make the funnies sometimes.
Jayme.
I am on YouTube as Brandoff the Off-Brand Gandalf. And I'm going to be doing a new actual play episode pretty soon, so check it out.
Oh, hell yes. AJ.
Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, some variation of AJ the Slayer. Either add underscores in between each word or don't. You'll find me somewhere. And also I have another TTRPG podcast I participate in. It's called Christmas Tide Ohio. We play Kids on Bikes. It's an anthology series, so we are currently releasing episodes of season 5. That's 5th grade for us. We just bike around town and solve mysteries like we're the fucking Scooby-Doo gang or whatever.
It's so great. And Kristy?
I have some short stories up for free on a website called Vocal, but they're under my full name, so you can find a link to that under the show notes, or you can look at the, whoops, I just bumped my mic. You can look at the pinned post on my Blue Sky, which is Kmitko, Kmitko.
Excellent. You can find us on Facebook, Shattered Worlds RPG, or our Facebook group, True Heroes of Shattered Worlds RPG. We have a Discord. Send us an email, shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. Read all the show notes. Check out everybody's cool stuff. You can find me at El Jefe Tacoma on pretty much all the socials. And yeah, reach out. Let's get somebody on that you like, or do a little story thing. If you post about us, maybe we'll use your name for an NPC. I always have trouble with those, so that might be fun. I also do The Great and Secret Knowledge, a deep dive into literature, pop culture, of speculative fiction variety. Jayme has done a couple episodes and is planning to return. We did Dracula from 1931.
Oh.
Blah.
It was very good. And Kristy supplied this epic intro.
Yeah. So good.
Which I can't wait for y'all to hear. Even if you just listen to that and ignore me and Jayme, it's worth it.
Oh.
I recommend it. Just
And, of course, my live stream every other Sunday at 6:30 p.m. PST on twitch.tv/Omniversal Escapades. And then all those are archived over on youtube.com/Omniversal Escapades. I think that's all I got.
Yeah.
So
The
until
internet
next
just
time-
reminded me of that one shot that we did last year, too.
What was it?
The Kids on Bikes one that I DM'd.
Oh, yes. Oh, fun.
that was fun. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that.
Patreon.
You guys did a card game one. It was like weird little space guys or something.
Did I miss a card game? I'm going to have to watch
yeah.
a card game.
Are you talking about Space Kings? An
Space
evening
Kings.
with Kevin
Yes.
Cole?
Yes, that was amazing.
Hell yeah. I drew a really cool picture for that of these 3 characters floating through space. It was great. I'm very
Nice.
proud of myself for that one.
Sorry,
that was hella
yes,
fun.
Patreon.
Yeah, so sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/ShatteredWorldsRPG. That'll get you access to all the full episodes of Rise of the Defiler and
Yes.
Return of the Defiler,
Yes.
and whatever our next Defiler shenanigans are. You'll find them all there at patreon.com/ShatteredWorldsRPG. We play some other games, and any extra content we do, you'll find it over there. Oh, Rise of the Refiler,
Yeah.
I'm seeing in the
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. That's because the tax season is coming up. And
Yeah. That's when we go back to that another space where Gale was an HR accountant for a bit.
Yeah.
The quest for the W4. Well, let's end it on a bad joke. I think that fits our brand. And we can jettison on out of here. Thank you for having the courage to go through those tubes. Means a lot.
I'm glad the tubes were extended.
It was tubular.
Cha.
Tube joke.
Tubes.
Tubers are tasty, I guess. You guys got all the good ones, okay? I'm gonna ask.
To be or not to be?
That's the question we should end on. Good night, everybody.
Don't forget to tip your waiter.
Don't forget to tube your waiter.
Keep it rolling.
I will return to Earth, find you, girl, and make you one of us. I'm taking off.
Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track, I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes, from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.
I'm taking off.
Oh, I didn't get to make a tube top joke.
Oh,
Oh, my favorite part was when you had Abelard Ondashar bordering your view screen.
yeah.
So hot.
Oh, those pesky background screensavers.
3, 2, 1.
Heck yeah, right over the plate.
Did it. First off, thank you, Claire.
Thank you so much, Claire.
Mhm. What would we do without you, Claire?
We certainly couldn't record on Zoom.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
We'd have to use Skype.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Tin cans and some string.
Beep, beep, beep.
And wax, the Edison wax cylinder.
Yeah.
We'd be using the first designed phones.
Beep, 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 beep,
Going-
beep, 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 beep.
Just go full on fucking Alexander Graham Bell on it.
It's a party line.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, that means people back in the day were just doing podcasts. They didn't know it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I just listened to the second episode of season 5 for Kids on Bikes, or the Christmastide shit. And I forgot that we had to discover in real time that party lines weren't invented by 85.
Oh.
They weren't invented until 85?
No, 85 was not a year in which you could party line a call.
Like it was before or after? those
After.
times?
I can't
After.
remember when it came, but it was not 85, and we were all very shocked to figure out that we couldn't.
That's
So
wild.
there are two different types of party lines, though. So maybe that's why you were surprised about it?
Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look up the two. I didn't know there were two types of party line. Shit.
Well, I remember in the 80s or maybe the 90s, it was probably the 90s because it was the Larry Sanders Show, but they did a whole bit around a speakerphone, and there were like multiple people around, but that was actual people just standing around one device. So that's not really the same as a true party line.
Mm.
It's closer to an actual party and
Yeah.
less of a party line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, except they were at work. So
Now everyone take a shot around this conference call.
conference call, that's what those are called.
Yeah.
Hey, we found it. That's the word.
The word is conference call.
He said the secret word.
That was a good warm-up. Let's get back into it. Howdy-ho!
Gosh, you smell like flowers.
I rolled around in the supermarket. I got a few flowers still up my butt. I'm a cartoon bear, so it's fine. It's not weird.
You should let other people tell you that.
There are certain things you don't get to decide for yourself.
Man, that bear's got some issues, huh?
Yeah. Hey, mum's the word. Because mum...
Mums are a flower.
Yeah, thank you.
Stop, you're going to embarrass him.
Barely hanging on by a thread.
Gonna make him want to call his mummy. AJ, you're turning purple. I don't think that's
Breathe.
okay.
Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay.
No, it's not. You don't know that.
Does somebody have a kid crying in the background?
I did, and that's why I left for a minute.
Oh, you were saying you
yeah,
hear one of
here.
yours. None
Yeah.
of us have kids in the house, probably.
Yeah.
I thought I was the kid crying in the background.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh. No, someone was playing too rough with one of the dogs, got trampled.
Oh, boy.
no.
But they're okay. So.
Hey, first mosh pit.
Well, thanks for coming, everybody. It's good to have you here in my heart, where you belong forever.
No.
It's a little cramped in here. You really got to watch your sodium intake.
Cut down the triglycerides.
I think it's wild that the heart gets all its power from little tiny people running on treadmills.
I also find that incredibly weird. That is, there's so much of them. And I thought, until very recently, I thought there were 0 people inside of my body.
How did they get there? How did they
Today.
get so small?
Well, fuck it. Did they get into the Wonka Vader thing or whatever the hell made that kid super tiny?
The TV, Mike TV got shrunk down. What was
Yeah.
the thing?
Wonka Vision?
Wonka Vision.
Wonka
Yeah.
Vision.
You keep getting crackly, Jeff.
Yeah, the
What?
crackle.
What? Wonka Vision.
Wonka Vision. It was
Wonka
not
Vision,
crackle.
Wonka Vision.
It was not crackle this time, which is good.
Check, please.
All those checks sounded good.
Mhm.
Why is anything changing? I don't get it.
It's all the little dudes in your heart. They're angry that you're talking about them.
Oh, shit. The conspiracy.
They're producing too much electricity. It's fucking with your tech.
Oh, no.